everyone, today I'll be reviewing this Netflix original movie just dropped on Netflix called Love and Gelato. And in this movie we see after Lena, this movie starts with Lena, she's getting home from her mom's funeral, and this movie we learn that her mom's last wish in this movie is to her to visit Italy, in Rome, to go there and find out about stuff. Her mom left her a diary for her. When she goes there in Rome, she finds about it. And in this movie, you also learn that she actually doesn't know who is her dad is. So in hope to find who's her dad, I guess she goes there to Italy. What do we think about this movie? This movie is really the only thing I liked in this movie is the Italy. It looks so beautiful. The Rome, the city she was in. That is the only good thing about this movie. This movie starts with such a confusing way. Like in this movie, you see she's walking home from her mom's funeral. And in this movie, like she has this, like her best friend in this movie, like she's walking home from her funeral, and this girl who is supposed to be her friend, she tells her to go out, have fun. The way she tells her, like the way she acts in this movie, I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Like this movie starts out really in a bad note, like you're like, oh, but in this movie, there is some like a nice moment here and there, because you are going into another country, you know, you experience their culture and this stuff, and you meet two cute boys in this movie, which like the first one is like the way he just come to her and tells her, are you American? And like how does he know like she's American? Because she was just the way she was looking at the view, and I'm thinking here, like, isn't everybody looking at the view like that? No, this movie, it is very like a predictable story. Like if you have seen Bridgerton's Diary, that you know how in that movie, like two guys she met, one is like kind of rich and shallow, and one is nice and tender heart, and in this movie he's a chef, and basically she met these two boy, and you know who she's gonna end up with the minute she meet both of them, because it's so predictable story. What I didn't predict in this movie is like this movie, the mom left her diary not to find her dad, it to find the guy who she could have ended up with, but she didn't in this movie. And I was thinking, who wrote this movie? It's like, what is the point of her meeting this ex-boyfriend? Like she doesn't have any relationship with this guy. Like her mom could have been end up with him, like, but she didn't. Like this movie really lost me when I like a friend was telling him like, oh, why you think the mom left her the diary? She left her diary so she can meet this guy. I forgot that this guy who's really nice in this movie. I guess he's from Irish in this movie. You see, he's a teacher there. You know, she meets him and he's kind of nice to her, which is like, you know, when you are not dad, you are trying to parent someone else's kid, you are always nice. That is what I think in real life too. Of course, her real biological dad, he doesn't want anything to do with her, which is like, that is why this mom was like trying to keep her away from him. But obviously he's a douche in this movie when we meet her, and this movie, it is really like a pointless. And I was thinking, this mom really left her, like, what is point for her to go back to Rome, where what is like, it's not her life, I guess. And the end of this movie, she actually drops out of her college 1 year, like she get a gap year or something to stay in a Rome to fill their life. Isn't it, from dropping off from the college, you are falling behind? Because after you finish college, then you get job and start your life. That is what reality is. But of course, in movie, they don't show you the real life. They will show you this fantasy life, where this rich boy, who is so rich in this movie, he comes out of nowhere and takes you to all this party. And the minute you meet him in this movie, the way they show this rich boy in this movie, like his cheesy blue eyes, I was really like, stop showing me this cheesiness. Darwin said, overall, this movie, whatever I think, this actress, center actress, she cannot act at all. All the dialogue in this movie really very choppy, crampy. What are they saying? Even that means really thought all the Italian actor in this movie, they were really good. Even that boy who was rich, I think he does his good job, whatever director told him to do in this movie. Like he was trying to show his blue eyes. Nobody want to see that. That being said, I also like the guy who was making this gelato. Why this movie name is Gelato? Nobody knows. This movie really felt very pointless, unfortunately. And this actress, she cannot act. Then I was looking into her profile. She's actually like, this is her second movie. I guess that is explain why. Like, she's really bad actress, and she's center of this movie. And you see so many times she's not good at this acting. Like, she's supposed to be this I guess nerd, maybe nerd, I don't know. But this movie like try to make her like she's nerd, also very like, I don't get it. Her character wasn't very clear, and that means that of course in this movie you see this predictable and try to make her wear high heel, and you are like, oh. So this movie, whatever I think, the biggest thing about this movie, this who played her best friend, they made her character so bad. Immediately the way she was saying stuff to her, you are like, oh, they really made her cringe in this movie. So that is to fall to Netflix, not this young actress. I thought she did really good with the script she was giving. I don't know if she's Netflix, she has done other movies or not. I felt really bad for this best friend who played in this movie, because everybody will not like her. And that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.